What's good, you guys? Welcome back to another Off the Top Questions today with our guest, Roy Knight is in the building. What's going on, man?
What's the deal, dog?
Nothing much, man. We're gonna hop right into it. So where are you from and how old are you?
I'm from Beaumont, Texas. North end of Beaumont, Texas, to be specific. I'm 25 years old.
So you say you're from the north end. How it is out there in the north end?
Grimy, dog. You gotta watch everybody around you. And it's really like a crab in the bucket mentality. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stay to yourself, find your motion, and stick to it.
What would you say is like different from like the north end from the other parts of Beaumont? Like what makes it stand out?
I mean, we just come up hard. I mean, around Beaumont, we all come up hard to begin with anyway. But as far as the other sides go, like I feel like the South End is more like a family-oriented type of place. You know, that's where a lot of people originated from. That's where the original projects was back in the 70s or however long that was. That's where my grandparents and stuff lived and my mom. But, yeah, the North End is just grimy, bro. It's eat or kill, you know what I'm saying? So,
What high school did you attend?
I went to Central.
Central, did you like it?
Yeah, it was cool. I didn't take much from it as far as like learning or anything like that. You know, it was mostly a blur. I went to school, seen a bunch of fights every single day, and got in a lot of trouble. But, I mean, we're here now, graduated, we're here, so.
So take us to the beginning. How did your journey start?
With boxing, I started like right before my freshman year of high school. You know, I always played football growing up. You know, that was my sport. I thought I was going to the league and everything. But come 8th grade summer, right before 9th grade, my mom found this trainer by the name of Mike Purdy, dude from the South End. And she basically put me with him, and he got me started originally with boxing and really just getting around it because I never thought about fighting, none of that. Like I said, I wanted to play football. But, yeah, she started me with that. She said it was to get my footwork right for football, but she just didn't want me to get beat up in high school. So
shout out to Moms for looking out for you, right?
For sure, shout out to Moms.
So what position you was playing in football?
It depends, bro. Like, I used to be a fat boy at one point, so at one point I was on the O-line, D-line. When I got a little older, I started slimming down. I started playing, like, a little bit of DB, something like that. When I was real small, I played running back. Like, I was just good at football. It don't matter where you put me at. You know, you can ask anybody I played with. Shout out to Crusaders at the Salvation Army. I was really good. Like, I was cold at whatever you put me at. And I played with the older kids. But
So what motivated you to start boxing?
Like I say, I just jumped into it. You know, I never really thought about it, ever. I just jumped into it, and I ended up falling in love with it, man. You know, falling in love with the craft, falling in love with getting better every single day. Because, like I said, I always been good at the sport I played, you know. But starting at the bottom of a different one and having people better than you and whooping on you, beating you up, and then you ascending past them and going higher and higher and higher every day, that just made me fall in love with it.
So how was your childhood growing up?
Like anybody else, you know, single mother. We didn't really have a lot of bread like that. You know, my mom did what she could, you know, make sure I had enough to be comfortable and live like a little bit above the average kid, you know what I'm saying? She bust her ass to do that. So shout out to moms again.
Did you fight a lot in your childhood?
Yes. I was a little small, light-skinned dude. I had long hair. My mom was pretty. I got in so many fights over her, bro. So many people talking about my mama.
You think there's one thing that persuaded you to go with your boxing career?
Nah, shit. Honestly,
or is it already in you?
It was in me, and honestly, I was just good at it. You know, I've been talented enough to be above people around me. Just like, I'm that standout guy. And, you know, I'm not saying nothing about nobody else around me, but I'm that person, you know, out here. And there's people that came before me, and they're way greater, they got way better accolades, but it got to a certain point to where I was coming up under them, and I'm getting to the point to where I'm whooping them now, and that's just where I am, you know.
So you say you started boxing in high school. So have you had your first official fight yet?
I had a bunch of amateur fights, man. I upwards of 30, close to 40 amateur fights. I haven't had my first professional fight yet, though.
Okay, so how did it feel for your first fight?
Man, I was
Before and after?
I was so nervous, bro. Like, them type of nerves you can't get. Like, I had been training for at least a year up until this point, and I was so nervous getting in that ring. And even, like, I lost my very first fight. But when I went back and watched, I'm like, man, I was really winning until I got tired, like, the last 10 seconds. My hands dropping, the dude just started walking forward, just throwing a bunch of punches. And then that's how I lost that one. But I went back and watched it, man, and, like, my confidence level was so low throughout all 3 rounds of the fight. Because when you first fight in the amateurs, you fight 3 one-minute rounds. My confidence was so low in the ring, but when I went back and watched it, I was doing so good, man, and that last 10 seconds just killed me.
So what do you do now to prevent you from getting nervous before fights?
I'm always going to be nervous, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, you get in there with somebody that want to hurt you. You know, you always going to have them nerves and that anxiousness, and your adrenaline going to be pumping. But right now, my best thing is confidence. Like, I'm super confident in myself and my abilities, and I don't feel like nobody could whoop me. There's probably people in the world who can, but you're going to have to show me.
Have you knocked someone out yet?
Out cold? No. But if we going off like stoppages, I hit a lot of people to the body and they quit. Stoppages is like TKOs, you could count that, but knocked out cold, no. But it is coming. Pro debut, actually.
When is the pro debut coming up? Can we get a date?
I don't have a specific date, but it is coming pretty soon. You know, I got my paperwork and everything in order. We just waiting on the right situation and the right time. I mean, I'm ready now. You know, I'm going to get in the camp. I'm going to work out, train as hard as I can. And it's going to be big because, like I said, I'm the only person that's really doing it with the platform I have in the city. And I'm going to put on, I'm going to make us proud.
I see you've been creating more fashion content on your Instagram. What made you want to expand your craft?
Man, I just wanted to stop ignoring what I was good at. You know, a lot of people have hidden talents and things of that nature, and they just don't do nothing with it because they one-track minded. You know, I'm just opening up expanding my portfolio, basically. You know, and I wanted to get more reach. A lot of people mess with me on Instagram for the fashion, and they don't really tune into the boxing content. But my heart is with boxing. Don't get that twisted at all. But it expanded my reach a little bit. My followers went up a little bit, and we're just going to keep working from here.
How is it being a parent in a boxing?
Man, it's tough, bro. At first, like when I used to bring Lil Levi in here, like he was a baby, so I just put him in the walker and he'll just chill and watch me. But now it's more so he want to be on my hip all the time. Like, he want to do what I do. Like, and I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. It's just when I bring him, I got to have somebody here that's going to watch him too, because I need to work out. Like, if I ain't got nobody here and it's just me and him, or if it's me and just me, him, and my coach, he going to be in the ring, running around, trying to hit me, you know. But I love parenting, though. Parenting is a great thing.
So do you see a future for boxing for him?
Yeah. If I want to, that's the selfish answer. I want him to, but really it's whatever he want to do. If he could play any sport he want to, he could pick any career path. I'm going to rock with him 100%. You know, it don't matter. But if he do want it, he got it. And I've been, you know what I'm saying, I've been working with him a little bit as a 1-year-old. He'll be 2 on Halloween, but he going to have it.
That's what's up, man. I've been seeing the content you've been dropping with him on Instagram, too, as well. How that's been going for you?
I mean, I'm just, you know, doing, like I say, I'm not ignoring what I'm good at. I'm pretty good at putting videos together and, you know, just creating a vision that's in my head. You know, a lot of people keep it bottled up, and that's what makes them average.
How do you train and prepare for your fights?
I normally just lock in 3 days a week. I mean, not 3 days a week, 3 workouts a day. About 5 to 6 days a week, depending on how I feel towards the end of the week. Recover and do it all again. So I'll do weight training in the morning or strength and conditioning. I don't lift nothing heavy or nothing like that. I'll get my running in like midday, and then I'm here every night at 6.
How do you stay motivated and maintain a positive attitude during your career?
I just always been a person that wants more. I'm never satisfied with anything. So that's what motivates me the most is just want more out of whatever situation I'm in.
What advice would you give to someone who's just starting out in the sport of boxing?
Stay consistent. That's it. Talent is okay to have, but if you don't put no work in with it, somebody in here that's been working every single day, and you come in here once a week, twice a week, might take a week off, you're going to get beat up by that person that been in here working every single time. So it's good to have talent, but you got to put that work ethic in with it too. So consistency is your favorite. It should be your favorite thing. It's the best thing to have in this sport.
So what is the most valuable lesson you have learned from boxing?
That nothing comes overnight. You got to put that work in. A lot of people see my videos of me doing whatever, or they see me sparring somebody and I'm making it look easy or whatever it may be. I put a lot of work in to do this. And that's really the biggest lesson, because I done been in some gyms and I done got punched on. And that just taught me, you got to go lock in. You got to go harder.
What are your future goals with this sport? Where do you want to see yourself next year?
Next year, hopefully about 4 or 5-0. Just expanding my career, meeting new people, going to new gyms, traveling. This is actually what I want to do. Want to maximize, my opportunities, make the most money possible for sure, because there's a lot of people jumping into the sport, like YouTubers, influencers, all that. And I'm trying to get on that train too, But I got the skills to beat anybody, I feel like.
I don't know if you've been seeing, but I've been seeing people like King said and all them do videos like last to get knocked out.
Yeah.
Did you ever do one of them type of videos?
Nah, man. I feel like one of my partners, he asked me about that once, but I feel like it'd be cheating because I actually do this shit. I'm actually a professional at it. So I don't want to go around like casual people trying to be hard. I think that's the lamest thing you could do as a boxer too. You asked me about the advice question with somebody who just starting. That's the lamest thing you could do is come in here and train and then go out in the world and try to act like you the hardest thing. But when you see me, I'm probably the quietest person in the group. If not, I'm just chilling, bro. I'm never on nothing aggressive unless you take it there.
I was watching one of his videos the other day and I seen he leveled up in progression. I feel like he got real fighters in there now. People that actually do boxing and kickboxing and all that type of stuff.
He might. If it's a situation like that, yeah, I'll punch on something. That's gonna be easy. But I wouldn't do it with just no casual people off the street. I ain't gonna get no cool points from that.
He would be having female boxers in there doing these things.
I'll tune into that though. I love to see them females throw hands for sure.
How do you study and prepare for your opponent before a fight?
Well, when I was in the amateurs, there's really no studying to do. You just show up. A lot of times I didn't know who the people was because we don't have no fights out here in Beaumont, so I got to go to the H and do it. So a lot of times I just show up, see the dude, and shit, by that time we got a scratch. It ain't no preparing or nothing. But in the pros, it's going to be different. You get to find your opponent and, know beforehand who you're going to fight. Hopefully they got some film on them. I do that and just game plan on what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it.
So what keep you motivated to keep running every single day?
My son, for sure. This is going to be the best opportunity to give him everything I didn't have as a kid. Want more, I want more out of my life. And just doing what I love to do. I love this. I could go work at a job for 12, 14 hours and I hate every minute of it. But like I say, I could work out all day, 3 times a day, morning, noon, and then at night. And no complaints. I love it, you know. It's what I love to do.
What weight class are you in?
In the amateurs, I fought at 176, so that's light heavyweight. In the pros, I'm planning on making my debut at 168. That'll be super middle.
Can you describe your most memorable fight and why was it so special? Or moment?
My biggest moment was when I just want to say locked in, and everything I was doing in the gym, like, it happened in the ring. And that was probably sometime last year, like one of my last amateur fights. Everything I worked on in the gym, it just came out, and it came out so smoothly. And I always used to struggle with that early on in my amateur career. Like, I used to be in my head a lot. My confidence was low, and everything was just high at that moment, and everything was coming out smoothly. My punches were crisp, and I'll say that's probably my best moment. My most memorable fight was probably the first one. My first loss, for sure. I just hate losing, period. Like, I don't like to lose. I was real messed up in the head about it. But at the end of the day, at this point I am right now, like, I realize it don't matter. In the amateurs, it's just about experience. You know, if you want to get into boxing, you start fighting in the amateurs. It's just about experience, bro. You're not getting paid on the local level. You know, you'll get paid like on a national level or international level, but on a local level, you just getting your reps. It's just like sparring.
So what's the feeling you have after you hear that last bell, like after the fight is over? Like,
it depends, man. If I was punching on something, so I'm feeling good. I'm like, yeah, I'm finna get my hand raised. But if it's kind of iffy, I'm like, man, I swear I ain't trying to lose, bro. My whole day gonna be fucked up.
But when you win, you be fired up,
though,
right?
Of course. All
right, man. I'm trying to catch that fight, that pro debut. I make sure Off Top got them front center tickets.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what are your goals for the end of the year?
For the end of the year, pro debut for sure. Start networking more with fashion brands and trying to expand my brand that way. Just close out this fourth quarter in the best way possible, you know. Update my bag, get that pro debut out the way, and then start talking to more promoters on getting more fights. Probably jump into some promotion myself if it's possible, and that's really it. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. This was my Off the Top questions. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and you can find me on Instagram at RoyKnight_III.